Hello and a very warm welcome to a new Sandra Makes, and it's a proper pre-winter, not that cold but sort of a bit grey and a bit drizzly. So I've been spending a bit of time having a bit of a sort out in the house, so a bit of a tidy up, sort a few things out that I've been meaning to do for a while, so that's good. I just came across this old folding table. It's an old camping table. It's definitely seen better days. So, when I was in Skegness a while ago, I picked up some, what I would call fablon, but anyway, some covering, white covering. So I think I'm going to have a go at stripping off the old covering and sticking a new one on and see if we can rescue, because it is quite a handy little table. It just looks terrible. Yeah, anyway, so I'm going to give that a go and see how that goes. I'm probably going to make a veg soup later. Some veg to use up, and I like veg soup, and so does Neil, amazingly. Anyway, so, I don't know, having a little bit of a slow day today on the countdown before I start my new job as well, so sort of making the most of the free time. Anyway, so that's that little bit. I'll maybe show you one other thing actually. I'm just going to pause. Yes, I think I mentioned previously that the Angel pub here in Wainfleet are doing a bit of a fundraiser for people in need at Christmas. So they were asking for contributions. So I've just been quickly running up this ribbed hat, a little bit like the other one I did, but I'll obviously put this into the fundraiser. So I'm fairly well on the way now. So that's the main shape of it. I've done it long enough so it can be turned up. And then I'm just finishing off the crown now, so I'm just starting to reduce the stitches on the top. So I'm going with, I've done, on the rib I've done 6 stitches, then knit 2 together, so it keeps something along the lines of the pattern. And then the next round I'm doing 5 stitches and knit 2 together, anyway, and so on. And then it'll get smaller and smaller until it's the crown, but I won't be able to do that on this particular circular needle because the circumference will end up too big. So I have got a smaller needle, circular needle. So at some point I'll have to transfer the stitches over. But anyway, that shouldn't take too long now, and then I can get on with my Christmas decorations and wreath making. The time is just going to go too quick this week. I just know it. It's going to go so fast. Take care all. Okay, so I've stripped off all the loose fabric off the top of the old table. So it's still looking pretty tatty. I'm just debating whether it's worth stripping off all the old covering or whether to just put the new covering over. So it won't be quite as smooth, but it is just an old table anyway. It's just how much effort I want to put into it or not. So I'm pausing there for a bit. I just need to nip out and get a couple of things from the shop, and then I'll decide what to do next, I think. So yeah, because it's quite, I don't know how well you can see, but it's got damp sometimes. It was only used as a camping table, so even if I pull all of it off, it's still probably not going to be that smooth a surface. So I'm like, all the loose bits are off, which is the main thing. So I'll have a think and decide. It's definitely that sort of day. So tonight I'm making homemade veggie soup with some mixed pulses and barley in it. So I've just chopped up everything, which is the slow part. Add in some veg stock, some herbs, and there she is. So it's just going to slowly simmer for at least half an hour or so. I've got some crusty bread rolls to go with it. And after our meat fest yesterday, we're going to have a veggie tea tonight. Smelling good, smelling good. I like a bit of fresh soup. Actually, could you do me a favour? Grab that Foster's glass and put it in the sink.
On. Grab the what?
Foster's glass and put it in the sink.
The Foster's glass?
There might be a bit spare.
There you go. Right, what are you up to, Sandra? I'm assisting today.
Just finishing off siphoning the last of the wine. This is the red currant wine that I made at Hannah's before I left Manchester. Might be just a dribble left to try.
There's nothing worse than a last dribble, Sandra. Especially when you're siphoning your python.
There you go. No sediment or anything. I'm pleased with that. Yeah. So the trick things, it's always just getting your bottle high enough to get the gravity flow. That's why I was up on the stool earlier, getting it set up. All done. So just going to pop the corks in.
When's it going to be drinkable?
Well, it's drinkable now.
Oh, go on then. It looks a bit crowdy.
Cheers. Well, this is the dregs, isn't it?
You can't drink a glass of wine out of a pint of Foster's.
Why not? It's good. It's strong.
What percent is it?
A lot.
No, what percent is it?
I have no idea.
Have you got one of them things?
I couldn't sell it. No.
Them mercury things that you put in it.
Hydrometer. No.
Have you got? Life without a life without a hydrometer is not. I've got your Christmas present today, Sandra. No, in 3 days' time. Hang on, I'm gonna.
It is quite good. It's very strong though.
It's quite nice smelling. So it's very fruity.
Yeah, red currant. Going for a second sip. There you go. It's good. Don't believe the hype. It's strong though.
So I've just come home from work.
Thanks to Neil for filming that little bit of me decanting my red currant wine. So just for a bit of context, I made this in Manchester because this was made with the last red currants from our old garden. I had a really good crop of red currants this spring. So I froze them, and then while I was house sitting at Hannah's, I made the wine there, got it decanted. In fact, no, I think I actually took it to Barbara's, my mum's. I think I decanted it there into the demijohn, I think, or I might have done that at home, I'm not sure. I forget now. No, I don't think I had a home by then. so I just took it with me in the car. Anyway, so it sat in the demijohn at my mum's until I moved over here, and then it came with me still in the demijohn. It's been in the garage since June. Should have been bottled in September, but hey ho. Anyway, it tastes all right. I'm very, very happy. It tastes all right. And there's my veggie soup. Ooh, simmering away. So that still needs a little bit longer, but it's smelling good. Hopefully it won't be too much longer. But anyway, onwards and upwards. Hi everyone. So I'm on my last day before I start my new job, which is tomorrow. You'll be seeing this a little bit down the line, but that's where we are. Neil is home. So it's a big change today. So Neil's finished his job today. This is my last day before I start my new job. This is all happening. So I'm just trying to finish off a few bits before I need to get to work tomorrow. And one of them was to finish. So we had a little family trip out yesterday, so I didn't get anything done yesterday. So I still need to finish recovering this little table. So I've cut my white Fablon to size, and I'm now just going to start peeling off the backing and sticking it on. Wish me luck. Okay. Okie dokie. So what I've done here, just show you. So I've cut a bit off the corner and then cut a little slit in there just to help it go a bit more neatly around the cut. Excuse me. Trying again. Things keep happening. Righto, so I've got the main top piece on. I've tucked it around the corner. So what I'm going to do now, this edge is a little bit long, so I'm going to trim that a bit, cut off the very corner, cut a little bit so it goes nicely around the corner. Hopefully get around another edge. So I'm just going to do that now. Super. So I've stuck another corner down. So you can see you've got quite a nice edge now along there. I've took this corner around and stuck it down. And on to the next edge. So far so good. Super. So there we have one recovered folding table. Also quite pleased how that's turned out, because it's quite a tatty table, and I nearly threw it away and I found some cheap white Fablon. I thought, well, actually could come in handy like a camping table or doing a crafting event or something like that. There we go. Looks much better than it did. Just a quick one. It's Halloween-ish. So local shop was selling super-sized sausages to go in foot-long sausage roll type things. Or bread. A bit like a giant hot dog sort of, but with sausage. Anyway, started to think about cooking and realised that they won't fit in the normal air fryer, but they do fit in the Grand Zone in our very smart Kasori. Yes. So another use for the extra big space in this super duper Kasori that we've been using. Just thought I'd share that. Otherwise I've been back to the oven for sure. Good evening everyone. I've not filmed a lot this week because I've been quite busy with the day job. Rasha says hello anyway. Rasha says hi. I'll give her a treat in a minute. And then, yeah, so sort of not done too much, but I did want to do some proper homemade mincemeat for mince pies, as opposed to meat mince. Anyway, so yeah, so sweet mincemeat for mince pies. So just started prepping that. I need to leave it to soak overnight, and then it'll go in the oven for 3 hours on a low temperature tomorrow, and then I'll sterilise the jars, pop it in the sterilised jars. So I've got a bit of time. Tomorrow it's the weekend now. So it's just a lot of faff and prepping and chopping, and so I haven't filmed all that, but I've just combined all the ingredients. So it's sultanas, raisins, currants, slivered almonds, mixed peel, brown sugar, mixed spices, and some chopped up Bramley apples. And then I'm going to add brandy at the end, but at the moment I'll put it in the oven without the brandy. So anyway, so this is what it looks like at the moment. Oh, and yeah, they're not vegetarian ones. There's just like proper suet in there as well in the mix. So yeah, so that's gonna just combine all the flavours and soak. I didn't say that. There's lemon and orange rind and lemon and orange juice in there as well to make it moist, and brown sugar. Oh, did I say that? There's quite a lot of ingredients. It's hard to remember them all. I think that was everything. Anyway, so it's all in there. It's all going to get all the flavours combined. It's going to leave it overnight to absorb all its flavours, then pop it in the oven for 3 hours tomorrow. Jar it, and that'll be my latest Sandra Makes. I'm not sure when the next full vlog will come out, so I've done a small amount of filming, but I've had a lot on my plate this week, so a bit limited what I can do on the vlog. Sorry about that, but hopefully we'll catch up properly soon. Speak to you all soon. Take care. Good evening. So this is day 2 of making homemade apple mincemeat. And anyway, so it's been in the oven for 3 hours at 120 degrees, and then I've also put in 6 cleaned glass jars to sterilise for about an hour, which is just finishing off. And then the idea is that the oil, fat, which is still liquid at the moment, is going to coat everything, including the apple pieces, and then it'll be preserved for at least a year. But I just need to let it cool down, so I still need to let that cool down a bit more so that it's a bit more solid, so that all the fat needs to be sort of mixed in evenly with all the fruit and nuts and everything else, and apple and everything. And then I'm also going to put in a little bit of brandy once it's cooled as well. So in case anyone's wondering, this is again another Delia Smith recipe. So just following that, really, in case anyone's interested. So yeah, so I've had just a bit of a sorting out day today, giving my car a deep clean, a bit of tidying up around the house, and a little bit of gardening, and taking the most of the peace and quiet while the boys were off at the Skegness Raceway. So I gave them a lift there, picked them up, but just had a poodle about on my own this afternoon, which was nice. So that's what I've been up to. Anyway, so yeah, so I'm going to stir this a bit more, get it in the jars, and then that's going to be my Sandra Makes Christmas mincemeat, and get that jarred up as well. So slowly making progress. Super. So the mincemeat is cooling down now, so I'll just show you how it looks now. So I hope you can see okay there. It's no longer floating in fat, but it's all kind of mixing together quite nicely now. So it's just ready to pop in a little bit of brandy and get it into the clean, sterile jars. And that'll be one more job finished. So that's it. So that's another job done and finished. So I've got my jars of homemade apple and brandy mincemeat all ready to go. And I've got a small amount that I'm going to keep for myself. But these are the presentable ones. So getting there. So what else? I still need to make, I've been making more cone decorations. I still need to make more wreaths. I'm going to make a few more lavender bags, I think. And yeah, see how it goes on the day. Super duper. Right, okay, I've got more jams and things to label as well. So do a bit more on that, I think. See you all soon. Hi, so it's been a fairly eventful couple of days. For some reason it's ended up on the Neil vlog, not the Sandra vlog, but anyway. But I may chat a little bit more about what I've been up to, what's been going on, but not just at the moment, just waiting for some news. Can you hear a little Rasher? Hello, Rasher. She has been fed. I promise you, she has been fed. Raven. Getting soft in my old age. Right, sit. There you go. Good girl. Gently. Good girl. There you go. Are you happy now? Right. Anyway, so another thing I've been doing, which you'll see with Sandra Makes on Neil's Posh camera, is a little demo of making homemade mince pies with some of the homemade mincemeat that I made last week. I've got a second batch just to use at the last bit of pastry, which is still cooking, and then just for a bit of fun, I'm going to get Neil in for a tasting shortly. But I'm going to do a quick cheeky little tasting now, just to see. They look all right. They're nice and light brown on the bottom. So I'm very pleased how they're cooked in the cassourie. So that's great. I'm just going to give it a little taste. I made the pastry with butter. It's light and tastes buttery. And the mincemeat filling, the homemade filling, pretty pleased how that's turned out. It's a lovely mix of flavours. A lot of the commercial mincemeat I find really oversweet. This is not oversweet, it's just nice, slightly spiced, mix of fruit and nuts, and the citrusy flavours are coming through. Quite pleased with those. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that little Christmassy demo, and speak soon. I'll get Neil in on the posh camera shortly. Rasha says she enjoyed the treat very much. Can she have another one? But she's getting a fat girl. Rasha. I know. We're spoiling you. We really are, aren't we? Should we let her have one more? Just a little one? What do you reckon? So, hang on. Yeah, she likes these ones as well. But yeah. Oops. Naughty bark. Barky dogs don't get treats. Are you ready? Up, sit. Right, paw. Right. Paw. Oh, silly girl. I don't think I was starving her. Like, she's honestly, promise you, not starving. Right, here you go. How's that? Is that nice? Yeah. You're not having any more. We've got two now. Barky dogs never get treats. No. Oh, no. She's a funny one. All right. Pause there. Speak soon. Hi, everyone. It's been a while. Sorry, I'm trying to sort out a few things with what I'll call the day job. It's still ongoing, so it's been a bit busy. But I have started one Sandra Makes things, so I'll just have a quick chat about that. So I bought some really nice Christmassy wool from Wainfleece Cottage in Wainfleet, and that's the wool. So I know one of you out there had the idea about maybe doing Christmassy leg warmers, which is a nice idea. But at the moment, I'm just having a go at some crocheting, which I've not done for a long time, and I'm having a go at crocheting a Christmassy stocking. So it's early days. So if it turns out well, I'll do a bit more of a hands-on demonstration how I started it off. But so that's how it's looking at the moment. So I've got my crochet hook in there. So it's a 3.5mm crochet hook, and I did 82 stitches initially because the method I'm following must have been thicker wool, so it made a very, very small stocking unless I doubled up. So I doubled up the the pattern, and then I just at the moment need to make like the sock part, and then I'll see how I go on with the heel. I've never done a heel before, either crochet or knitting, so not sure how that'll turn out, but anyway, it's all a learning experience, so I thought I'd share that with you. So that's how it's looking so far. So I've only just started, so just thought I'd share that with you. And I think I'll do a little bit more before I finish this particular Sandra Makes and share it with you soon. Take care all. Hi everyone. So it's been quite a roller coaster few weeks for me, and I'll probably have another update on my job situation that probably I'll be able to share next week or in the next few days. In the meantime, I'm back at home, and so anyway, we've had a long spell of mild cloudy weather, but there's colder air coming in and potential ground frost, so I'm really against the clock now. So I was hoping to get my perennials in obviously before winter. Neil's still not too sure what he's doing. I'm really out of time now, so I'm just going to have to pop my things in where I can, and maybe we need to move things again in spring or anyway, but they really need to be in the ground and getting roots down before it gets cold. Anyway, so I've had a big sort out of the greenhouse, and some of the plants I've been keeping outside ready to plant in. So just a quick walk up. So that this is the large flowered clematis, so I've got a new cage for that now because the other one was quite broken, and just put a bit of leaf mulch around the bottom for winter. This was one of the forsythias that I rescued, so that may or may not take, it doesn't matter either way, just worth popping in some roots and see if any of them take. This is another clematis that we inherited, so that should be fine. That'll just die back and come back in spring. I did bring one privet bush with us that didn't get planted in before we left, so we might as well pop that in there. A bit of green along the fence. As Neil has said, the grass that we put in is taking fairly well, so that should start to bush out, and should be well established by next spring, so that's great. And again, at the front here, this is coming on pretty well, so definitely an improvement without the random bushes in the middle of the lawn, which I didn't quite understand. So this lovely privacy hedge is mostly clematis and honeysuckle. I mean, that will again die back over winter and it'll be fine. There's a bit of a gap down this end, so I've snugged in a new climbing rose, and also I've got a baby yew tree that will become part of that hedge as well. And I've also got another clematis there, which if I do get time I'll pop in the soil as well. So I feel like that, 'cause that end's a little bit dead, if you can see. I don't know whether it's the way it's been cut back or it's just got very old, but there's not a lot going on there, so sort of pop in a new one at the end. It'll hopefully fill in from this side. I've got a little holly tree that I rescued from the other bush that we dug out the other side of the fence, so I'm going to pop that in there. Again, just get a bit of green along this plain fencing. There's another forsythia that may or may not take. This was a standard rose, a new standard rose, the scented one. So I'll pop that in there. And then I've got my baby walnut tree, so I'll pop that in there and see if that takes. I've got another forsythia. I've got I picked this up locally, I'm not sure what it is, but apparently it's a bit of green in winter, and I think it has scented flowers as well, so just pop that in. This is one of the established rose bushes that we've cut back for winter. And then, I know it's been in the Neil vlog and everything, but early days, we finally have our own pond. So Neil and Lee did a fantastic job with this. So we put the water in last night. So as expected, it did sink. So it to move back some of the bricks because as it dropped, it was just distorting the plastic rim. So we've left that to settle. It's so far looking great. So they did a fantastic job with that. And then we had spoke about putting the pond more this end of the garden. So I did take out some of those wallflowers that I planted. So I just kept a small group of wallflowers here and another forsythia. Just didn't want to lose them with the pond arranged anyway. But as it turned out, they probably could have stayed. But anyway, I've moved them now. So I moved those to. So I put in a few plants here the other day, which I didn't film yet. So there's a GM. I found some primroses lost in the weeds and things, so they're rescued now. Putting them back in. That was an oxeye daisy, and then it's a bit of feverfew, and then I've got another GM to go in. So now that the primulas aren't surrounded by weeds, they're starting to grow on quite nicely, so that's great. I've got another little rose over there. Right, and then along this side, so again I've put another forsythia here. That's where some of the wallflowers were moved to, but they should still recover okay. I've got a few more plants here. They can like dot along this border. What else? I've got it's here somewhere. I'll turn it. I've got a rosemary to pop in. Yes. So I've got one of the rose bushes that I moved to see if that takes or not. There's another one just down there, and then I've got a rosemary that I might just pop in here because I was going to pop it in my herb garden area, but it's not. Anyway, we need to figure out where that's going to go, and that's still work in progress. So I'll just pop that there for now for the winter. What else have we got? So this amazing dahlia is still flowering. So it's been quite spectacular. These are forget-me-nots that will come up in the spring. And I've got a few more perennials here that I'll just pop in this area here. And then just for now I've got a few bits and bobs that I'll basically just have to put along the fence for now, or at least they'll be in the ground, and then we can figure out as and when what we're doing with them. And as I still work in progress, there's one bed there, but we need a plan, and we don't have a plan. Well, we tried to sort a plan, but we're still not. Yeah. Right, so I need to get my wellies on and start digging. So, gosh, that was a really intensive gardening workout afternoon. So, as I say, I had held back for a long time because I was trying to get some discussion about what would go into the raised bed at the front. But anyway, I'm out of time basically, so I just pop things in where I can, just to be in the soil, because they'll fare better over winter, properly dug into the garden. So that's all done now. Everything needs to go in. I've got some few bits and bobs still in the greenhouse that are not as hardy that I'm going to keep in here for a little bit of frost protection. And I'm aching pretty much everywhere. These things tend to work. Anyway, I'll have to take it easy this evening, I think. Yes. Right, anyway, so I just want to show you, I think, one more thing before I finish this particular Sandra makes. A little bit of work in progress on something. Oh, and I think I'll just show you what's in the garage as well, ready for the upcoming fair. So just before I go back into the house, so my last big job is doing some more willow wreaths. So that's getting quite pressing now, but what I have done is have a look in here. So lots of jams, pickles and preserves and homemade mincemeat in there already, so that's quite exciting. Anyway, see how that goes. Right, I'll just show you one other thing before I finish this particular Sandra makes. So a last little update to finish off. I think I mentioned I was going to have a go at doing some crochet with this Christmassy wool. So I now have a crocheted leg of a Christmas stocking, and I just need to figure out now how to do a heel, because I've never done a heel before. So I've got some instructions, but I'm not quite understanding, so I'm going to have a little look online as well and see if I can figure it out. Wish me luck. So I'm going to always start again, but heels. So anyway, so that's my little update for now. So hope you found that interesting, and yeah, so do put some comments below if you wish, and give us a like and a thumbs up if you wish, and see you on the next one. Bye for now.